The years-long battle over Enbridge's proposed Line 5 crude oil pipeline relocation came to a head today in northwest Wisconsin. The energy giant aims to reroute its pipeline around the Bad River Reservation. Line 5 starts in Superior and runs across northwest Wisconsin into the UP. The yellow line is where the pipeline currently exists, running right through the Bad River Reservation. The blue hash line is where Enbridge has proposed to move the pipeline to, running around Bad River. Northern News Now Sophia Lauber was in Ashland today for a contested case hearing on the proposal, learning why Enbridge's plan is being challenged by both the band and environmental groups.
Behind me here in Ashland, members of the public are sharing their thoughts both for and against Enbridge's Line 5 relocation project in day one of a weeks-long hearing process. Many environmental advocates raising alarm.
Among the three major types of ecosystem in the world, freshwater habitats are already in the worst shape.
And many union representatives voicing support.
It has been researched, and we're talking 700 union construction trades jobs to do this pipeline project.
The hearing comes after environmental groups and the Bad River Band challenged the Wisconsin DNR's permitting of the reroute project back in November. They claim Enbridge used inadequate data to secure approval, saying the project will threaten water quality in the area.
If something were to happen up there upstream from us, that could destroy a lot of the things that we use as people for our medicines and our hunting and our fishing and our gathering, our harvest. So it would impact us quite severely.
Those with Enbridge claiming extensive research has proven the environmental damage and risks are minimal.
We've done route changes. There's been a number of conditions placed on the projects to make sure that this is the most beneficial, least environmentally impactful route that we could follow.
The public comment hearing is just the beginning of a series of permit review hearings scheduled from now until early October. Enbridge must wait for the case to be resolved before moving forward with any possible construction. Both sides expecting a decision before the end of the year. In Ashland, Sophia Lauber, Northern News Now.
Enbridge will also need federal approval before beginning construction. They say if everything goes in their favor, they're ready to break ground before the end of the year.